Yesterday on this program, we talked about how Markelle Fultz will probably sit out the rest of the season because what's the point? And lo and behold, who returned to the court last night but Mr. Markelle Fultz? So the rookie guard hit the floor for the first time since October 23rd last night in Philly's 123-104 win over the Nuggets. Sold-out crowd at Wells Fargo Center was chanting Markelle Fultz's name. And in 14 minutes of action, Fultz scored 10 points on 5 of 13 shooting from the field, had 8 assists, grabbed 4 boards, finished with a plus 16. So all in all, not a bad return to the court for Markelle Fultz. On checking into the game, Fultz said, quote, "There was a little bit of excitement and a little bit of, I have to help the team. I don't want to let the team down. Once I stepped out there on the floor, it felt great to be back out there with my brothers."
Can I give a hot take? It might not even be a hot take.
The floor is yours.
After watching his highlights last night and seeing how he kind of maneuvers and getting a sneak peek of what this future Philadelphia 76ers team could look like, he's going to end up being their late shot clock, end of game closer.
Yes.
That's exactly what he's going to be. And that's going to make Philadelphia scary.
The Sixers got it right.
Yeah.
By picking Fultz.
Yeah. Yep.
Number one. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And what gives you the confidence to say that right now?
He's
only his 5th game in the NBA.
Those first 4 games is not. This was his very first game.
Yeah.
This was his very first game, and you have 2 super studs on your team, and you showed aggression, the ability to score, the ability to basket seek, while still getting everyone involved. I mean, you're a high level scorer, and that's what I seen last night. Even the shots he missed, I mean, he goes downhill.
Can we talk about the shot and how it looked? What do you think?
He can get it off.
Yeah, he can get it off.
He has a little mid-range.
But hang on. Can he get it off right now because the Nuggets had no idea that Fultz was going to be in the lineup, weren't prepared for him, and now the teams have seen that they can better defend him.
At the end of the day, it's his ball.
You're going to get, he's not going to shoot a shot that he cannot shoot. So he didn't shoot a 3 yesterday.
He airballed his first attempt.
Yeah, it's because of a hitch on a spot shot. Yeah. But when you see him cross over, pull up, it's less of a hitch. Yeah. So he's more. I mean, that hitch is probably just on spot shooting, not in move.
I'm impressed by the amount of progression that he's made from when we saw the video. He had the hitch. He was at the block. And
but as I said, we didn't see a lot of him moving and shooting. We always just seen it, coming from the spot. So
my next statement or question is going to anger a lot of people out there.
In Los Angeles?
The trust the process nuts.
In Los Angeles?
Yeah. I think Fultz's game last night was more impressive than any Lonzo game I've watched this season.
With Alonzo,
listen.
I've just come to the understanding that he's a 2 guard. He's a 2 guard, and I think he's realizing now what he is. Okay.
What makes him a 2 guard?
Because he can't create. He can't create for his teammates. He can't create for himself.
But if he can't really shoot, are you saying?
He can shoot. He can't create his shot. So he can't come down, pull up, and take a shot. He has to catch and shoot. So what he's realized, if everyone else creates for me, I can get my shot off at a high percentage. So that's what he's been doing the last 20 games, and that's why his threes has been going up, and that's why he's taking a lot of them, because he just sits around like old Derek Fisher and just wait for someone to give him the ball. Other than that, then that's when he just passes. It's not like he's coming down making amazing passes. That's really like, oh my God, he's a great assist guy. He just gets it, passes it. He just gives it to people.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him sometimes. He get a rebound, first yellow jersey, he throws it. It's a big man. Oh, get it back. And then he makes 100 passes a game sometimes for 8-9 assists. I mean, his go-to pass is the full court one, which is, anybody. But I've never seen him do a pass where I say, oh, my God, that was an amazing play.
All right, but bringing it back to Fultz here.
So Fultz is a better pick. He's going to be a better pro by far.
Okay, so what does this mean for the Sixers going to the playoffs with having him in the fold now for the final 3 weeks of the season?
Yeah.
Who cares?
You don't care?
Yeah,
you got to count this as...
Does it make it more dangerous, though?
No, you got to count it as his first game. He still has to go through games. This was one game. Even, was it Donovan Mitchell? His first game was, 10, 2-2, 19-2, 22-8. He still has to go through a process where he needs to learn how to keep scoring, to be consistent. So to have this guy, and you're going to count on him in the playoffs, no.
So he's not doesn't add to the danger level of facing the Sixers in the first round if the Cavs hypothetically face the Sixers.
No, because I mean it's still
he hasn't found his rhythm, and it's not going to take 9 games that the last 6 or 5 of them won't matter. Yeah. Where I'm pretty sure they're going to boost his time up to 38 to 40 minutes, where he can get that kind of time.
He's not playing again until Monday.
Yeah, that's fine.
But what I'm saying is,
he had played since October.
Remember, once they lock down, they're in 4th right now.
5th? I got to double check the standings.
I think they're in 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
So once they lock down that seeding, they're gonna try to sit the other players and let him try to get everything out. But it's still, when the playoffs come, it's a whole different game that he ain't ready for. A lot of players, like Embiid is not going to be ready for.
They've never been there before.
Ben Simmons is not going to be for. So a guy who just coming in that might get 8 games under his belt and then thrown in the fire of hot fire.
Especially
I'm not expecting him to do much in the playoffs.
I mean, the most fascinating thing to me about his return last night was the post game when reporters were asking him about the injury and they got very specific, and Fultz pretty much just clammed up. Kind of an immature way of going about it, wiping his face, hiding. I know, but if you're a pro now, and the Philly PR team should have prepped him better than that. Like, it was a bad look.
He's a teenager.
He's a teenager.
You're a professional now.
That doesn't mean you're still 19. Because you're in a pro doesn't make you, I'm a 26, LeBron James, say the right words. No, I'm a fucking teenager. I'm going to giggle and hide and shit like that because that's all I know right now. Until I've learned throughout the years, year 4 or 5, how to do real interviews.
And also, and I guess to be on his side and his credit, imagine the type of scrutiny that you've dealt with the entire season so far. The words being said, the things on social media, and the pressure.
But you know what? If you talk last night, you dead the issue.
That's very
now
true.
this is going to keep going on and on and on until he speaks. So you're making it worse and worse and worse.
You don't even know if the team said do not answer any questions about that.
That's more likely what they said.
That's on the team too, again, for not prepping him properly.
Yeah. You can't prep.
Whatever. If someone asks you the question, say, I don't want to talk about it now. Can we talk about it another time?
Well, why do we give Russell Westbrook a pass and not call him immature?
And he's grown.
He's 29 years old.
Yeah.
What's immature about Russell Westbrook, though? He answers questions. He does. He answers them. Fultz didn't answer. He wiped his face with a towel 2 times.
So you'd rather be berated by a guy than somebody just look at you and not say,
I'd rather you give me an answer than be mute.
He didn't give you an answer.
Sometimes body language is all it takes, okay? Sometimes a stare down's enough.
Like that's what I said, he's young. He's gonna get let him go through his process.
But if you talk about it, you
That's what we know. 19, you don't know that. He probably still eating pizza and peanut butter jelly Google sandwiches.
Yeah,
Like at 19, making millions. I
bet you he has nothing in his pantry.
This is different.
Sounds like one of our producers.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like one of our producers.
If you go to a NBA player, 19 to 20 years old, making millions, you go to their house right now, you would say, this shit look like a dorm room.
I don't
big ass house, no furniture in half the rooms.
Big TV.
2K.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah, but it looks like a fucking dorm because that's all they know. They don't get their taste into a 2-year, 3-year, 4-year. Let their mama come in there and get a girlfriend who's
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
She's the girlfriend.
To wrap this up, the PR squad for the Sixers could have done a much better job of hitting situations, certainly prepping him. That's all.
Hey,
you made a bigger issue than what it should have been.
Before we move on,
he didn't know.
Show.
It's pressure, man.
That's all it is. He was nervous.
You're a professional athlete. You perform. You perform on the court. And
he did on the court.
In the press conference.
No, not in the press conference.
I'm gonna make him upset before we wrap up the show. Does this pave the way for LeBron to go to Philly?
LeBron's not going to Philly. LeBron going to Philly. That 66-year-old woman has a better chance.